10 images from NASA that shows how real climate change is. Number 1. Arctic sea ice coverage hits record low. The area of Arctic Ocean covered in the ice increases during the winter and then shrinks during the summer, usually reaching the year's lowest point in the September. The minimum coverage for the 2010 set a record low since the 1979 when the first reliable satellite measurements began. The 2016 minimum was tied for the second lowest on the record. It is very likely that the Arctic's summer sea ice will completely disappear within this century, said NASA's scientist Joey Comiso. Number 2. Shrinking Aral Sea, Central Asia. The Aral Sea was the fourth largest lake in the world until the 1960s, when the Soviet Union diverted water from the rivers to feed waters to the lakes, so that the cottons and other crops could be grown in the arid plains of Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. The black outline shows that the approximate coastline of the lake in 1960. By the time of 2000, the northern Aral Sea had separated from the southern Aral Sea, which itself had split into eastern and western lobes. A dam built in 2005 helped the northern sea recover much of its water level at the expense of southern sea. Dry conditions in 2014 caused the southern sea's eastern lobe to dry up completely for the first time in the modern times. The loss of moderating influence of such a large water body has made the region's winter more colder and summer more hotter and drier. Number 3. Muir Glacier melt, Alaska. The 1941 photograph shows the lower reaches of Muir Glacier and its tributary Riggs Glacier. The two glaciers filled Muir Inlet. The 2004 photograph shows that the Muir Glacier continues a retreat nearly 2 centuries long, is located about 4 miles to the northeast out of the field of the view. The Riggs Glacier has retreated some 0.4 miles. Till now, both the glaciers have thinned substantially. Number 4. Drought in Lake Powell, Arizona and Utah. Prolonged drought combined with water withdrawals have caused a dramatic drop in Lake Powell's water level. This image shows the northern part of the lake, which is actually a deep and narrow reservoir that extends from Arizona upstream into southern Utah. The 1999 image shows water levels is nearly at full capacity, but by the May 2014, the lake capacity had dropped to 42%. Number 5. Rare snowfall at the edge of the Sahara Desert. An unusual snowfall happened at the edge of the northwest Africa's Sahara Desert in mid-December 2016, which is a rarity for the area. The Landsat 7 satellite had captured the left image of the snow-covered area at the southwest of the Algeria. All of the snow disappeared except the highest elevations, as shown in the right image captured by the Landsat 8. Such type of snowfall lastly occurred in February 1979. Number 6. Drying Lake of Popo, Bolivia. The Lake Popo, Bolivia's second largest lake and an important fishing resource for local communities, has dried up once again because of the drought and diversion of the water resources for mining and agriculture. The last time it dried up was 1994, after which it took several years for water to return and even longer for ecosystem to recover. In bad times, the lake has spanned an area approaching 1200 square miles. Its shallow depth, typically no more than 9 feet, makes it particularly vulnerable to fluctuations. Number 7. Ice avalanche in Tibet's Aru Range. The collapse of a glacier tongue on July 17, 2016 sent a huge stream of ice and rock tumbling down a narrow stream of Tibet's Aru Range. 9 people in the remote village of Dungru were killed along with their herds of 350 sheep and 110 yaks. The ice avalanche is considered the one of the largest ever recorded. The reason for the collapse has so far eluded glaciologists. Number 8. Iceland's Okgjuku Glacier melts away. This image represents the latter stages of decline of Okgjuku, a melting glacier in west central Iceland. A 1901 geological map estimated that Okgjuku spanned about 15 square miles. In 1978, aerial photography showed that the glacier had shrunk to about 1 square mile. Today, less than half of a mile is remained. Number 9. Bering Sea Ice at record low. less ice formed in the Bering Sea during the winter of 2017 and 18 than any other winter since the start of the written records in 1850. Normally, ice covers more than 193,000 square miles of the sea in late April, roughly twice the size of the Texas. The ice extent at the time in the 2018 was only 10% of the normal. Number 10. Shrinking glaciers in New Zealand. New Zealand contains over 3,000 glaciers. The glaciers have been retreating since 1890. In 2007, scientists at country's National Institute of Water and Atmosphere Research attributed this change primarily to global warming. Without substantial climate cooling, they said the glaciers would not return to its previous sizes. The difference between 1919 and 2017 can be seen in the pair of the images, which include the Muir Glacier, Hooker Glacier, and Tasman Glacier. Hey guys, if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel and keep showing your support.